Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Savage. We're here for the weekly update, and we're going to get right into it. WWE had a very busy week. Tonight, we just finished watching NXT Halloween Havoc. Shout out to the Savage Kingdom and everybody out there. Make sure if you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the chat or send me an email anytime at wrestlingwithsavage@gmail.com. With that being said, tonight, like I said, was NXT, but Friday night we had SmackDown. So let's get right into the weekly update, which is what we're here for. And let's see what we can do here. Looks nice. Okay. Weekly update. New show, right? SmackDown. The undisputed WWE Universal Champion of the world over here, doing big things. He had a contract signing that descended into absolute chaos as LA Knight brawled with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. And let's bring in Jay. What's going on, Jay? Oh, man, we're going back to CM Punk.
This is my Halloween costume.
This is
CM Punk. I'm
is that
CM Punk tonight.
Is that a joke?
No, I'm actually CM Punk. Man.
You're happy with CM Punk right now?
Always happy, man. You don't need wrestling, man.
How was your
week? How was the weekend? I heard you've been busy doing big things. I heard Lake Como was live last night. Rest in peace to Matthew Perry, man. What a terrible loss we lost over this weekend, man.
That was a wild week, to be honest.
Yeah,
Matthew Perry.
It was a wild weekend. It was just crazy. I don't know how your weekend was, but it was certainly a crazy weekend for sure.
You want to know how my weekend was?
How was it? What did we do?
Best management and the best advocates.
Savage here with Spencer Slade, the absolute future of this business. And with my help, I'm going to give him the keys to the kingdom, the Savage Kingdom. And we're going to win more gold that's ever been recorded in the history of humanity. And you're going to get to watch it live here because we're starting at the battlefield. And when I am done, Spencer Slade will be the biggest wrestling machine in the world today. Enough to be here live today with Savage and Spencer Slade. And you know what this man is? It's God's gift to professional wrestling, because we are here to work together and bring you the Savage Kingdom, which will go down to be the greatest stable in the history of professional wrestling. Just keep an eye on this man, because he will be draped in more gold than King Tut's tomb. And there's nothing anyone is going to do about it.
King Tut's tomb. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, that was off the top of my head.
Tut's tomb. That was random.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Those were all one takers.
That guy doesn't have to do nothing. You should sign him, definitely.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
You're like the Rich Paul of wrestling. I'm telling you.
Guy's
really
awesome,
are.
bro. Did you see this guy's match? Did you watch Fade to Black?
I saw your clips and your videos and your viral and your funny moments. I seen a lot this weekend. You posted a lot.
That ref better watch out, man. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little sample. It was a good show.
That guy, I would just tell that guy, listen, do not talk in the ring. Just don't talk.
He doesn't really talk in the ring too much.
No, you'll just be more scarier if you just don't talk.
He's pretty freaking scary as is, man.
Don't get the crowd.
Did you watch SmackDown?
I did watch
What
SmackDown.
did you think about the contract signing between?
Yeah, I heard you were
LA
covering a
Knight?
little bit about it since I had some technical difficulties. But yeah, I mean, it was fine to me, Savage. I feel like I have high hopes and high expectations for LA Knight, so I expect more to a standard, especially when you're going after a main event level guy in Roman Reigns, the top of the business. So I need to see more. I just thought it was okay, Savage, and I thought he got strong by putting Jimmy to the table. So I get it, but I wasn't, it was good, but
It was a good opening
wasn't
segment.
where I wanted to be.
My favorite part of it is that when he interrupted Roman Reigns' entrance, something we've never seen before. So at least there was something there that was unique.
Funny. It was very funny.
It was good. It was good timing and all that. Are you hyped for the match at Crown Jewel, though? Did this get you more hyped or the same?
I'm going to be honest, Savage. There's another match that's more hyped than this match.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
There's plenty of matches, but LA Knight looking good. Then we had, of course, Logan Paul with the sneak attack on Rey Mysterio. We had a match between the Street Profits who went on to defeat the LWO. Did you see that match? Any thoughts on that?
I did, Savage. My thoughts on this. Look, on paper, this match is good. The crowd was reacting to it and everything. But for me, it doesn't do nothing for me. And you're trying to build some credibility in the Street Profits of being these heels. But what did they get out of the LWO, Savage? I ask you, really nothing. They're nothing that they gain. And believe it or not, you can look at the crowd right there. It's not clicking for them. And it's not clicking for me. I think they just need to switch it up and go after someone else. I don't think the LWO gives them any credibility.
Carlito looked good, though. I'll give him that. But the Street Profits are the Street Profits. And
that's where I'm confused, Savage, where I ask you. We bring in Carlito for a minute in a pay-per-view. He gets the pinfall. We then see him cut a promo on what? Raw? And then after that?
I don't know what's in the cards for Carlito. He could have came.
What happened to the singles push? Why didn't you bring him in the first place?
There might not be one for
I'll tell you why we brought him, because of Bad Bunny. That's why. Anything Bad Bunny wants, he got. Yeah.
What did you think about Shotzi defeating Chelsea Green on SmackDown?
Look, Savage, I'm gonna be honest. This girl's a loser. I've been saying it. I'm sorry, Matt Cardona. You're probably watching this like, oh my god. But the facts don't lie, and we'll get in more into that later. But the match doesn't do nothing for me. It doesn't. But I'm glad Shotzi's getting TV time. But I'm asking you, Savage, did this match do anything for you?
No. And Chelsea Green looks good. Shotzi looks about the same.
That's not the problem, Savage. The problem that even her husband knows is the booking.
The booking is that she's the tag team champion of the world, and you're having her lose to Shotzi, who hasn't really competed on screen seriously in a minute.
Savage, I said last week those tag titles are cursed. Chelsea Green's cursed right here. You can see.
Well, that's a good point, and we're getting into that later tonight because those tag team titles certainly could be cursed. I thought Chelsea Green still looked good even though she lost. We have Solo Sikoa. Paul Heyman did set up a trap for John Cena, and Solo Sikoa unleashed a brutal attack on the quote-unquote greatest of all time. Just 8 days before their clash at Crown Jewel. Cena's came out. Fans were hyped. Jay, was this attack necessary? Are you excited about this match? And what is your prediction for Crown Jewel? That's right. I said the word prediction because right now we're going to go right into it. Jay, we need your prediction. Solo Sikoa, is he going to defeat John Cena?
No. I got Cena.
How good is that shot, though? I'm waiting. I mean, how cool would it be if John Cena started a faction with Paul Heyman and then turned on Roman Reigns?
To be honest, Savage, I think everybody thinks that he's probably the most underrated mic skills in the game. I think Cena's one of the best. I think he's one of the best in the game.
Well, because he's been in the game longer than almost anybody else on the roster at this point.
No, you know what it is, Savage? It's just natural. It's like
of course he's a natural. That's why they called him the franchise. That's why they call him the franchise. I mean, I'm not really getting into this, but do you have any thoughts on Dragon Lee, who defeated Cedric Alexander?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned, Savage. I've been saying that Dragon Lee quietly moved up the main roster. He's one of the biggest stars when after Rey Mysterio retires finally. This guy could carry the company, Savage, but How can I see this guy carry the company when he's having these matches? How can I see a guy that NXT record was 12 for 12? That means he's 50 for 50, folks. Okay? I need to see a little more matches. He needs to get a little credibility wins. Not to say that this match was bad, Savage, but let's be honest. If this was a series and we promoted it right, I think would have got a crowd even more into it. Glad that Cedric got TV time, but
well, Cedric to me is one of their more talented performers. But Travis, yeah, I'm going to cover the pay-per-view. I might send you an invite. Let's see what happens on Saturday, Crown Jewel. I got to see if I'm even going to be in the building. That's rare. Travis thinks Jay is correct, and I think you are correct too. I think Cedric is criminally underrated. I hate that word underrated, but he is
underutilized.
Underutilized. He's not overpaid though. I'll tell you that. They should pay him more, and they should let him have a starring role.
Well, you know, Triple H got his back. I mean,
I thought he was good in the Hurt Business. I don't know why they moved away from that, but they did. We had Bianca Belair. She returned to reveal that she will challenge the women's champion Io Sky at Crown Jewel. And JD, you got a prediction for that one?
I'm gonna go with.
Or we could save the prediction for that.
But I want Belair. I'm going with Sky, but I want Belair.
You want Belair to win? I think Belair.
I got Sky.
I don't think Belair's going to win right now. I think they've been booking Io Sky really well, and I think they're going to continue the trend of screwing their competitors. Damage Control does what Damage Control does. Bayley's going to get involved. It's going to set up a match between Bayley and Bianca, which is a good program that I'd like to see. Because I'll take it again. Or what if Dakota Kai runs a program now?
How? She got one leg. How can she cut it? She got to cut a program with Bianca.
She might. You got big time match here. Jimmy Uso. Who's mid? Are we going to start calling him mid-card Jimmy?
I'm going to keep it like that. That seems fitting.
He's taking on LA Knight, who's a superstar, megastar. Big-time match. But, of course, we know what's going to happen. LA Knight's going to go on to defeat Jimmy Uso and hit Reigns with a blunt force trauma. BFT.
Very nice. Very nice.
LA Knight sends a very powerful message to Roman Reigns with a BFT.
And the match wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
It was a good match. We'll save our prediction for the rest of the Crown Jewel matches at the end of the night when we go through our upcoming events and breaking news, all that good stuff. Look at Dom Dom. They're opening up Raw yet again. How many weeks in a row is this that Judgment Day is opening up Raw now?
They run Monday Night Raw, so it's every week.
Yeah,
it's every Monday.
Every week. But this time, we got JD McDonough in the ring. And see, I don't get this because they haven't officially announced him as a member of the Judgment Day, yet here he is in the ring with them now.
Right.
I mean, what are we doing here? Is he just your friend, or are we making it official? I don't get it. And because they're definitely not, I haven't heard them say once that he's part of the Judgment Day.
They did acknowledge it during the show that saying he's not an official member.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but here he is out there getting involved in matches, getting involved in segments. We have Sami Zayn coming to the ring and cutting a pretty good promo. He interrupted Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, JD McDonough to stand in rebellion to the Judgment Day. The reason I say it was a pretty good promo is because at least he delivered it with some intensity and some conviction. And in some cases, I could believe what he was saying. But then you look at the Judgment Day and you look at him. He's by himself. There's no KO. It's like, all right, Sammy, all you're doing now at this point is just talking trash because you ain't kicking everybody's ass in this ring right now.
It's Savage. I'm just going to say this. I am not the biggest Sami Zayn saying he will not be champion in my eyes, but that was a good promo by him. But you know what? It didn't click with anybody. It didn't click with the crowd.
That's not true. Really he had a couple of cheers.
It didn't click with me. It didn't click with me.
It didn't click for me either, but I can't say he didn't have any of the crowd.
We agree. Oh, please. They'll just cheer over anything.
We had a match. Dirty Dom went on to defeat Ricochet, but of course with the help of Judgment Day. It wasn't going to be an easy match, but that's what Dom does. That's what Judgment Day does. Set up all those distractions. He's able to pick up the roll-up victory. Ricochet, I love this shot, looked very upset. You know, he's wondering what's going on with his career. Jay, I'm wondering, before we get into my favorite part of Raw, Do you think Ricochet's having a downward spiral right now again, or is he about to just spaz
I
out
wouldn't
and
say
go
that,
evil?
Savage. Let's just see when we see the evidence is there that he has TV time. So it's not like we brushed him off, whether he's with his fiance or whether he's having a match or whether he's doing a Logan Paul promo segment. So I'm not going to say that. I just don't get why he's not going somewhere. Looks like he's just in limbo and he's just taking pinfalls for people. So I don't get that part.
That's not a bad point either. He is taking L's, took L's to Shinsuke. I believe Bronson. I believe now this.
Now this. And I didn't like the finish.
He's certainly not going to beat Gunther for the IC championship.
No.
He's not going to be that guy. But I could see him being a champion, world champion. He has fans.
The mic skills is just
the mic skills are terrible, but that's why you get the manager.
Why are you going to put the belt on him?
With the right manager. With the right manager who gets his mind focused and his mouth shut. Maybe one day. Not today, though.
There's nobody there.
My favorite part of Raw. The Creed brothers defeated the Alpha Academy in their Raw debut. And I thought this match was everything that a tag team match should be. A lot of action. A lot of good wrestling, a lot of good spots, some creative spots, and good-looking maneuvers, good-looking finishers. I mean, that Brutus bomb off the top rope, holy shit. And, we watched them grow up in NXT, so seeing it here on Raw, we've been talking about them making that debut for how long now? We've both agreed that they should have been making it. Well, guess what, Jay? They did, and they succeeded. And what did you think?
To me, this was match of the night, Savage. This was probably the most impressive debut that I've seen since Pretty Deadly this year. It was great in all aspects. The timing was there. Julius 450 coming off the top was just perfect timing. The Brutus ball finally connected against a person. I guess those contact lenses are working because you can finally see now. Everything these guys did, especially Julius, who just showed his athleticism throughout the whole match. Show how he just picks a guy suplex from his knees coming up. I mean, what can you say? This is an impressive debut. Thought it was match of the night, Savage. And on top of that, I've been telling you, if you book even now, right, you get a star. And I saw she was impressive herself on the outside, and she looked good, and she looks believable as a badass American Nigga Warrior champion she is.
I thought she was phenomenal. But right here, definitely match of the night. Maybe even match of the week. Maybe. It's up there right now between this and one other match, which I'm not even going to mention right now. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But Cri brothers,
top. This definitely topped it this year for sure.
I would say one of the better tag team debuts that I've seen on a wrestling show in a long time from a tag team. Came in, cleaned house, made. I'll put it to you like this: it's one of those debuts that made an impression. They have new fans as of now that are probably
all three of them.
Bring them back.
All three of them.
Ivy now
made an impression.
Ivy now looks like a women's world champion. She just looks like one. Whether she is or isn't, that's not the case. She looks like one. That's what they need right there.
No complaints.
Interesting segment here because me and you, we're very familiar with The Miz. We know The Miz a long time. But IC champ Gunther decided to humiliate The Miz on Miz TV. Obviously, The Miz was going to get in some shots. We see the pumpkin decorations. Him and Ludwig Kaiser had some words. Ludwig basically took a dump on Giovanni Vinci, by the way. And then Miz just got fed up with the jokes and the disrespect. And he wants Gunther's IC title because he made it prestigious too. Gunther didn't just make it prestigious. So did The Miz. The Miz made it prestigious, and he wants it back. Can he beat Gunther for that title? I do not think so. But it wouldn't shock me. Like for some people, maybe it would. Not for somebody that knows The Miz. If you know The Miz, And the way his thing works, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Gunther's already the longest reigning champ, right? So we're done with that storyline. I think Miz has a legitimate, as far as booking goes, I think Miz has a legitimate chance to win this IC title. And the reason I say that is because he's just got a lot of stock in the company right now. They got a lot of stock in him. He is a big superstar. He is on multiple TV shows throughout the year. He has his own reality show, has a huge social media following.
Sure.
What do you think, though?
Yeah, he was a big superstar in 2011. Let's just remember that. I'll tell you what, Savage. I'll tell you what. How about I throw you a curveball? How about I say that this is the perfect opportunity to turn him face? If you want to do it, you could do it right now and pull the trigger. Everything about it was, look, I'm not going to say that he can't talk. We all know he can. Gunther played the perfect role as the bully. Poor Giovanni Vinci always get crapped on, but at least he said a few words tonight. Thank God for that. But this is the perfect time, Savage. I don't see no other way to do it. I will do it because we're not doing nothing with The Miz. It shows Savage with weeks. We haven't even seen him. We just seen him in 10, 20 seconds getting cut on his segments in the back. So I would do it. It makes sense. Let's not forget Savage, 8-time IC champ, second in history, and 2-time champ. I would do it. I would do it. What do you got to lose?
You got nothing to
And
lose.
the crowd was receptive. They actually cared for The Miz when he was fighting back against Gunther and the guys.
Dude, he was making people pop fighting Invisible John Cena.
This is the perfect opportunity.
I think it would be a huge win and a huge statistic to add to his career.
He's still going to lose, but this is the perfect opportunity to change him in the face. This is it. If they mess this up, I don't want to hear it. Next week or the week after, I don't want to hear it.
It's a good point. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm gonna be watching this one very closely. I am now fully invested in this one. I respect The Miz, and I think he's got a legitimate shot here. We'll see what happens here. Let's see what happens. DIY, another debut, but a different kind of debut because they've already debuted. This is a re-debut, another debut, a second opportunity, a second chance to make lightning strike, but now on the main roster. Because DIY, and like I said last week, I said they have footage. They need to show people what these guys have done. They kind of did a little bit of that to, with these guys with the video package they did. But here they are, a debut. They're taking on Imperium. They look good. Ludwig's good. Giovanni's just getting dumped on hard on the mic and in this. I don't know why they buried him a little bit on Monday, a little bit. He got smacked up by The Miz too. You got any notes on this one? DIY?
Yeah, Savage.
I've seen better from them. That's all I wanted to say. I've seen better from them.
Yeah, Savage. I'm going to be honest. I'm very disappointed, especially that Paul Levesque took over as creative for Raw and SmackDown. I'm very disappointed. These are his babies. These are his children. DIY is probably one of the best tag teams, believe it or not, for years, even before they made it to WWE. These guys are veterans. They know what to do. They execute perfect. I thought this would be match of the night, but unfortunately, this match came after. So this is definitely my second favorite of the match. But what does this match show you, Savage? I ask you this. Not only did they get a lot of time, the crowd wasn't into it. You know why the crowd's not into it, Savage? Because what you pointed out, they showed a little bit of a video of DIY. You know what, Savage? They didn't do that. They didn't do that. You know what they showed? They just showed what led to all this. And that's not an explanation for me in the WWE universe. And I don't know who these two guys are or what DIY stands for, what they is. And that's the problem. We need to show the actual history of these guys. I don't know why we can't show videos of them back in NXT when they came up, when they went into the tournament, and they came back in the tag team, and they won the belts with the outstanding matches with the Revival, aka FTR, so on and so forth. We don't show none of this. And if we don't show none of this, the match is meaningless. And that's what I saw from the crowd's reaction.
And then it's funny because Gargano, they win his match, but then his wife goes on and she just loses to Xia Li, who's making her comeback. Like, what are we doing with Candice LeRae? Why are we having vignettes for Candice LeRae if she's just going to be a loser?
Again, I thought this was another bad video package before they introduced the match of Candice LeRae. I mean, what the F? We can't put more effort into that? You're just going to show her like that glittering in the background? I thought it was silly. Look, I don't know what they're doing with Xia Li, Savage. She has a good look. We know she does Kung Fu. We know she's been in the NXT for about 6 years down there. And now she's up here. Maybe this is her chance. But for me personally, I don't like her presentation. I don't like it coming out with weapons and doing that. Just come out as a badass and do your thing. But I will give Candice LeRae this, Savage. She sold the hell of that kick. By the way, I don't think the kick looked great because we never saw the replay. She sold the hell out of it, Savage. That got everybody invested, including myself, including the crowd. The crowd was worried. They even booed at one point. Perfect on her part. I don't know what we're doing with Lee. Let's see.
I think she's a great worker, actually. Let's see what they're going to do with her. Right now, they're not doing much justice by putting a video package like that together and then having her just go and lose. And then,
the whole point was selling that kick to make it dangerous. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, she did a great job. She showed that.
The problem is that we never saw the replay of the kick because it was probably bad.
What the hell are we doing with Indy Hartwell over here? Nothing.
We just have her around in the background at certain points.
Nothing. Seth freaking Rollins to Drew McIntyre. Boo freaking who? He's tired of hearing all the Drews crying and bitching and moaning. And he would get attacked by JD McDonough, which would then lead to a match. And I thought this was going to be match of the night, but that tag team match just stole the show. Nonetheless, this was a great match. Damian Priest made it much more interesting. But Seth Rollins, he tried landing that pedigree 10,000 times. Eventually, he was able to hit it. Hits the curb stop, gets the big dub. JD, phenomenal. Took everything well, sold everything well. And Damian making a very good presence at ringside. What would you think? Did you see this match? Of course you did.
Yeah, I did. And
seeing your Money in the Bank was in it.
Screen right there, I just thought Priest was pointless to come out. But I thought it was a solid match. But this is what I have the problem with JD Savage. One, I think he oversells too much. And there were certain spots that was a little out of my bonkers. I think he hit the turnbuckle on his head at one point and he just did a weird jump in the middle of the, I don't know. I just think he oversells too much. I think he just needs to trim it down a little bit. But I'm surprised, Savage, that this got a lot of time. And what I don't get about it is that this match got a lot of time, but JD didn't do really one offensive maneuver. He did here and there, but it was Seth all the way, which I get you're trying to lead to Crown Jewel, but is that really fair on JD?
Seth was whooping on him. Yeah. No, it's not. He kind of got the same treatment as Candice LeRae, but he at least got more time.
He got a lot of time. I just wish I saw more of it.
I thought this got a lot of time. Go ahead. Tell the fans what they saw in this match.
Look, I've been saying other promotions don't have women division storylines. This is surely becoming it right here on the Monday Night Raw. This is another prime example of Chelsea Green being looked bad. I mean, I don't know what other things to tell you guys. I mean, you book her in these type of matches, which is basically was a comedy show with comedy spots in it. And it's pointless. You know, I don't understand the dress up, the whole this, the that. It doesn't work for me, Savage. I mean, you want me to take her serious, you got to put her in real matches. You can't put her in this kind of trick or street fights. Doesn't work.
This was vaguely entertaining because it is dress up and there's props. I'll say that entertaining is the word that I would use to describe this match. It was entertaining because Chelsea Green's nice to look at. Natty's looking good.
Her lifetime, she's 11 for 34.
I don't know what her record is. I don't care. If she won this match.
It's 11-34.
She won this match against Natty.
41% person of winning her matches. That doesn't tell me a lot. And look at this. What's this?
Yeah.
Can anybody tell me at home what is this? Please tell me.
I don't know what we were watching with this. Nikki Cross is obviously losing her mind live on the USA Network. Every Monday night you could watch live at between 8 and 11 o'clock. Nikki Cross will probably be on your screen losing her mind over the next year, which is leading somewhere. They're giving her TV time. They obviously have something in mind for her. I don't know what it is. I don't know what message they're trying to get across. she's in another world right now. But obviously she has her mind set on Chelsea Green.
I don't even think she was looking at Green anyway.
Idea. What if she's hypnotized or mesmerized, or maybe she's under a spell of Alba Fire and Illidan, and maybe she's going to be like their like puppet when they make their debut.
Savage, we've all seen this gimmick before, and we haven't seen that person ever again. His name, Dexter Lumis.
Oh, Dexter Lumis is looming.
Where you seen him? You seen him lately?
Maybe. He might have been on NXT tonight. There was a guy with a mask that was an
I think he's on the premier streaming network because he's definitely not Monday Night Raw.
Anyway, yeah. Chelsea Green had a heart attack seeing Nikki Cross like that. She didn't know what to think. But Chelsea Green did pick up the win, and now we get to the main event. Damian Priest went on to defeat Sami Zayn by disqualification, of course, which was silly. Hard-hitting match. Of course, all the Judgment Day have to get involved. Main event, Jay's got to get involved. Dom's got to get involved. Cody Rhodes has to get involved. I mean, look at all this chaos. Oh, chaos! When JD McDonough entered the fray to save Priest, he was met with a haluva kick from Zayn before suffering 2 crossroads onto the announce table by Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. And he couldn't break the table, not on the first attempt. Fans were chanting one more time, and he gave it to them one more time because Sami Zayn told him to.
Oh, bad.
As JD McDonough knocked the hell out, Damian Priest, good sell right there, looking pretty pissed off. And Cody Rhodes, laser focused, picked up the mic and made it clear he is hell-bent on going right through Priest at Crown Jewel this Saturday, Jay.
First of all, that promo was pure fire in every way. I felt that one, and that one was there was no way Priest could come back.
That was the best promo of the night.
No way Priest could say something. He just took it, and I was just like, wow, that's really great. The match, it is what it is. It's okay. I mean, disqualification, what do you get out of that? So, but I thought that promo was
good storytelling. I'm wondering where Sami Zayn's going to fit into this. I guess they have to get him involved. Survivor Series is coming up. We're obviously going to have War Games. So, yeah, Cody, Sami. It's already, you can already see it. Cody, Sami, Jay, Judgment Day, Bloodline kind of fusion. Solo and Jimmy.
But here I ask you this. Do we really want to see it? Not really.
Not really. Not really. You know what I do want to see, though? I'll tell you what I want to see.
Go on.
Breaking news, WWE fans are terribly upset about Roman Reigns' Survivor Series status, and that's because he's not going to be competing at Survivor Series. Get over it. Get over it. Baron Corbin would be fine with ending his career in WWE NXT. I'm cool with that, absolutely. Declan McMahon is down to dethrone Roman Reigns as the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. Wow. Okay. Shane McMahon's current rehab progress after his injury, he's not doing so good. It's slow but steady, but don't expect him to be wrestling anytime soon. I mean, he can walk without some pain, I guess. Eminem comments on sitting near Vince McMahon in Saudi Arabia, basically posting this picture because, look, he's sitting next to money. They're probably paying him to perform crazy. We have WWE legend Hulk Hogan linking up with Dave Chappelle backstage at a show. All this is Hulk Hogan went to his show and then obviously paid to take a picture.
Is this for publicity? Because we know he's a little racist.
Now, either way, he is there and he is supporting Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle's funny, so why not?
Is he?
MJF addresses possible WWE jump as AEW contract ticks down. I don't think he's jumping ship, especially after having that match with Kenny Omega the other night. I don't think
I definitely would jump ship.
What? Steve Austin stoked after picking up his first off-road racing win of the season with his team. He has a racing team, and they picked up their first win. He's very happy. And crazy news, Uber Eats driver tries to break into Mia Yim's home. Wow, be careful how you order your food because you might just get a lunatic to come to your house and like the house. Also, Undertaker joins Vince McMahon in touting business skills over Dana White. Basically, Undertaker was putting over Vince big time, saying he's the best businessman in the world, and it's going to be awesome to watch him and Dana White work together. But Vince was basically straight up talking shit, saying, I'm a way better businessman than Dana White, which is true. He is. He really is. You want to comment on any of that breaking news?
No, I think you covered it pretty much well. So, fans got to get over Roman. I mean, get over it. We're not going to see him till the Rumble, so get over
True
it.
story. True story. This past Sunday, Fade to Black, which you can watch live on the Premier Streaming Network at any time, was awesome. I was there. Here's a small clip of the main event. Very good match, by the way, which you can watch live on the Premier Streaming Network anytime. Fade to Black, anytime you want. Premier Streaming Network. It was awesome. And here's somebody you should hear from, Jay. I'm not gonna lie, I might have defecated myself after talking to this man.
I think I know.
Live at the battlefield with none other than Mean Gene Killer Snitsky. Looks like he's ready to go to war. You have a match tonight. You want to tell your opponent anything?
I don't need to tell my opponent anything. I don't need to tell anybody anything. Everybody knows what I'm going to do tonight right here in Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania at Battlefield Pro Wrestling. It's a long storied tradition that I like to hurt people, and tonight's no different. Lockwood, you're a hypnotist. You think you're going to hypnotize me? Nothing can be done to hypnotize the madness that I possess in my head every day! Lockwood! Don't even think about trying to hypnotize me, because what I do to you tonight will be all my fault. You got that, Savage?
1-2, Snitsky's coming for you. Jesus Christ, Snitsky's scary.
He should stick with that finishing line. That's
It's pretty good. You might want to watch the pay-per-view if you want to see what happened to poor Adam Lockwood. I'm not going to tell you, but you can kind of figure it out for yourself. And my favorite part of the night was I got to hang out with Heath Slater, which was just awesome. I'll share a small clip of the Savage Kingdom. Jay, you might have seen it. I'm sorry if I'm going to have to make you watch it again.
No,
Battlefield with superstar Heath Slater in the main event.
Oh, baby.
Fade to Black.
Yes.
Took on Casey Navarro.
Yep.
What did you think?
I
What'd you think of the last
thought
one?
that I went out there and whooped some ass. The people loved it. I came out with a victory. And oh, baby, the Redhead Rebel dominated tonight. See this? Get a pic of it. It's my man beside him. He's Savage.
He's giving my phone number out to anyone, but that's okay.
Get some, baby.
What are you doing for Halloween? Any big plans? You going back home? Trick or
Should
treating?
we edit that?
Probably, yeah.
No. Let's keep going, though. We're going to blur that out. Anyway, but yes, I'm going trick-or-treating. I
Going
got
trick or
kids.
treating? How many kids again? Remind me.
I'm in the wrestling world, I don't know, 32 to 48.
32 to 48, okay.
Yeah, in real
In real
world,
life?
I got 2 girls.
2 girls.
Two
Now, these
beautiful
2
little
girls are
girls.
gonna want to go trick or treating.
100%.
Where are you going?
We're doing evil clowns.
Evil clowns.
Yes.
I
So
like
which
this.
will be fun,
Okay.
which will be easy, which I already got from the Halloween surplus store last year. So we got to do it.
Are you gonna be like me and eat all their candy when they go to sleep?
Just the Reese cups.
Just a Reese's Pieces here with Heath Slater at the Battlefield.
Oh baby.
Oh baby! Make sure you watch Fade to Black on the Premier Streaming Network.
You're good at this, man.
Oh, thank you.
Check out Cage Promotions at SmackDown Grill.
Yes. He's stealing the cheap pops here with Heath Slater,
The
baby.
cheap plug.
Woo! 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 Stunning. Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome. Heath is so cool.
Oh, I like the blur part. I like the edit part.
Yeah, that whole thing was just one take. But, I had a crazy conversation with him. I was talking about right now he's no longer with Impact or TNA. And there's possible scenarios for a reunion, let's say, somewhere special.
Hopefully. You know, I always thought he would win the belt in Impact if he didn't get injured. I
Probably.
really thought that just...
I kind of was surprised they didn't put it on him right away because he had a lot of momentum when he first got in there.
I think they were leading to it, and then he got injured, and then that was...
They should have put it on him right away. Like right away. But sign up to Premier Streaming Network. You can watch stuff from the battlefield. It's a great place. It's a special place. And if you live nearby, I suggest maybe coming on down. I'll be doing an interview with Matt Cardona sometime in December, so look out for that one. This Thursday, 10 p.m., it's been recorded today. Episode 7, AWA. The best of the territories. Marty Jannetty. Here's a little clip of what you could expect to see.
Favor, make like a sheep herder to get the flock out of here and let us talk now, would you?
Look at Marty over there being a badass.
Already bad right there.
Listen, I had a lot of fun today. I'm not going to lie. Today's episode that I did with Marty, probably the most structured episode that we've done to date. Very good. Very on topic. I literally probably have 50 different clips in there that I can use. And he told me 3 of the greatest ribs that Kurt Hennig ever did. So, what's up?
What are they?
It's Thursday night, 10 p.m. on the Party with Marty podcast. Hypothetically, the best podcast of all time. Hypothetically. Really good podcast. I enjoyed that episode. You should watch it. You should also go over to the Pro Wrestling T-shirts where you can pick up T-shirts like my shirts from Wrestling with Savage. You can pick up also Wrestling Universe T-shirts. Or maybe you can pick up the shirt that I'm wearing right now, the Party with Marty official T-shirt. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com. Search for Marty Jannetty. Search for Wrestling with Savage. Soon you'll be searching for All Over Jay. And who knows what else. I'm working with a lot of different talent. I got a big announcement for this show. Just stick around. We're not done yet. We got a lot. And then we're going to get into NXT. We're probably going to go over an hour tonight, but deal with it. Wrestling Universe. D'Lo Brown was there. I got to hang out with him. It's very awesome. Good experience.
I saw that, Savage. That was really good. You should play a little clip of that. That was good.
I'll do that on tomorrow's episode. But D'Lo Brown, I got to sit down with him for like 13 minutes. So if you want to watch that full interview, it's on my YouTube page. November 12th, we'll have Bushwhacker Luke. November 12th, also Brutus the Barber Beefcake will be there, along with Bobby Fulton, some big-time legends. November 10th, Scotty Riggs is going to be in the building. We have the Orient Express also on November 12th. So remember November 12th. Big day to meet a lot of people. December 9th, we have Taryn Terrell, Velvet Sky. And then on December 17th, you got Kushida. You got Rika Tatsumi. And on December 29th, 2023, whose house is it? We have none other than Swerve Strickland, who will be in the building at the Wrestling Universe. And I don't know if you know who Swerve Strickland is, just one of the hottest superstars in the world of professional wrestling today, putting on some of the best matches, delivering some of the best finishing moves, cutting some of the best promos, and doing literally the best work of his career. And guess what? It's just going to get better over the course of the next 8 weeks, that by the time he gets to the Wrestling Universe, who knows how much gold he's going to bring with him.
I love that time. It's like vacation time. So it's like perfect.
It's absolutely perfect. So you can meet Swerve. You can get your autographs. He's got old school figures you can pick up. He's in the WWE book, NXT book. He's got trading cards. This guy's, meet him now before they decide to let him take down the devil.
That's a great one. That's a great one right there.
It makes me very happy to announce, and this isn't brought to you by anybody else other than Savage Kingdom Promotions is making this possible for the Wrestling Universe. And then, of course, on January 7th, we have Massey, who's part of Maximum Male Models, and Mansoor will be there as well, so you can meet them both. February 3rd, you'll be able to meet Alberto Del Rio, Ricardo Rodriguez, and then we get to special February 10th, ECW Day. And let me get my little face in this so I can make this a clip. At the Wrestling Universe, December. No, hold on. Cut. Sorry, I'm going to have to do take 2. Excuse me. I'm usually a one-take guy, but not tonight. Take 2 coming up right now. Live February 10th, 2024 from the Wrestling Universe. We have ECW Day. You have Spike Dudley making a very rare appearance. Danny Doring, Roadkill in the house. Just Incredible in the house. Look at this. Chris Chetty, when was the last time he did a signing? Roadkill's going to be in the house. Raven's going to be in the house. Sandman's going to be in the house. Todd is God Gordon, one of the creators of ECW, is going to be in the damn house. Rob Van Dam will be in the building from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Savage, Rob Van Dam, together for 9 hours. Who knows what's bound to happen on February 10th at the Wrestling Universe? Make sure you come on down. Go online now, thewrestlinguniverse.com, and pick up your tickets because they are going to sell out. And tomorrow, we'll be back with AEW Weekly Update. But for now, let's get right into the big boy of the week, NXT Halloween Havoc 2.0. What'd you think of Shotzi tonight? I like how they started off with the green hair to like right away make you remember Shotzi.
Ghostbuster car and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool.
That was badass. I'm sure Cardona was upset about that. That probably was Cardona's car.
Could be.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We'll get into the opening match of the night, and this was another excellent tag team match showing you what the Creed brothers can do, what Los Lotharios can do. Awesome match. Awesome match.
Yeah, Savage. I honestly thought it was like a 3 or 4-way match, but when I found it was just these two, I was a little shocked, but it was great, Savage. But I think they called an audible. I think the Creed brothers did a hell of a job last night that they said, you know what, we got to give these guys the W. And I think it was the right call. Unfortunately for those cousins of them, whatever, the Garzas, whatever, they get underutilized, Savage. I don't know why we repackaged them into all this to make them lose. It doesn't make sense to me. But it was a great match. I had no problem with the match.
This was match of the night until we get to the main event, because I thought the main event stole the show. It just did. It really was the main
But it was a great way to start off Halloween Havoc.
This was the best way to start off Halloween Havoc, because you're coming hot off their Raw debut.
There's so many tables, and I loved it. I loved it.
Every table's $200.
Well, they spend it over $1,500.
I'm sure WWE gets them for like $150 or something. Here we have a little teaser. Isla Dawn, Alba Fire. Basically, they're agreeing that those titles are cursed and that, you know, they want to continue doing the cursing, basically. They got the Ouija board over there, which I'm not a big fan of the Ouija board at all.
Why get Scarlett and Shanti out and have them host when one of them is rough and you can't even understand?
Maybe. Because I don't know. I guess they already signed the contract, so now we got to let them finish. Now, this is what I don't get. Why book Tiffany Stratton, not have it advertised on WWE.com, not let her have an actual match? I mean, this was a fucking joke. I'm sorry to drop the first F-bomb of the night, probably the only one, but we'll get into that in a moment with the one screenshot I have from that match. What did you think about this guy's little vignette?
Finally, we're getting a repackage from Schism completely dying, and that's what it looks like. But Savage, this is basically the same character we always seen. He's unhinged. It works. It worked in CZW, which probably nobody watched, Combat Zone Wrestling, when he was 3-time champ. I mean, it works here, but can it really work for the crowd? That's what we got to see.
I don't know if it's going to work for the crowd. It didn't work for me. Here we have Tiffany Stratton. Jay, tell everybody what even happened here. Or do you even want us to talk about? Is this even worth talking about?
Basically, we were supposed to get a match, and Tiffany, as always, jump-started the match and basically took Fallon Helen out. And I don't know, Savage. I wanted to see this match, and now when I saw this, I don't know if I really want to see it no more.
Do you think maybe Fallon Henley was hurt, and they did this to just kind of like not?
I just think they didn't have enough time, and they say, you know what, we got to push it to next week.
Maybe. This pissed me off because I love watching Tiffany in action, and we didn't get that tonight.
And I think now with this slide on, I think this is why they had to cut this match, because this got too much time.
Metaphor got a lot of time tonight. You'll have plenty of time to tell me what you think about this when we get to like the last slide at the end of the night, because that was like a whole storyline. WWE Bash in Berlin is coming, so fans in Germany will be able to enjoy some WWE action. Now we'll get into another pretty good match, and I gotta give Nathan Frazier his flowers. Very impressive in this match. Dom, always impressive as of late, especially with Mommy, the presentation, the way he came out. his demeanor in the ring, and then, of course, being able to pick up the win against a credible opponent like Nathan Frazier. Nathan, phenomenal athlete, out of his mind. His movement in the ring is absolutely stunning to watch. And then we also had this guy come back and make a statement. So, yeah, Dom picks up the win. Nathan Frazier looked good. Wes Lee wants that title. Jay, what did you think about this match?
I thought the beginning was good, and then it got rough in the middle and the end, especially in the finish. And Savage, there was one point when he did a drop kick on the back of Frazier and completely missed. It Bailey shinned the back of Frazier. Even Vic Joseph called it, and I think that's the problem with commentators. They got to stop calling that because it's like, hey, maybe other people didn't really catch it from my angle. So for me personally, it could have been something, but it's not. And I love the Wes Lee comeback. I think it's a great story to tell. I mean, Dominic did take it off Wes Lee, so this makes perfect sense. And these guys can really do something because that first match they had for the belt when Wes Lee put his belt on the line, it was a great match.
Yeah, it actually really was a great match. They definitely have chemistry together, so I'm interested to see where that's going to go. So the Wes Lee was the highlight of that. We have Chase U here. They're celebrating and they're getting ready. JC Jane was kind of talking to Andre Chase, basically trying to get him to help them tonight in their championship match. And he's like, we don't cheat. We don't do that. And then this was kind of weird. We have the family coming in, Tony D talking to Chase, and Chase called them sir. It sounded like some kind of arrangement has been made, a deal has been made that, the rest of Chase U does not know about. Do you agree with that, Jay?
I do, and there's so many layers of this whole story. But another problem I had, Savage, before you went into this was Thea Hale. I don't understand how now that they're NXT Tag Champs, she comes out in Chase U gear. She hasn't been in that gear since JC Jane came on the scene, and now it's just funny that she comes back and doing all this all of a sudden. Is just like, what are we doing here? What are you trying to tell me? You're telling me she's going heel now. We just switch her back to regular clothes. So
they're probably trying to tell you that she's confused. They're probably trying to tell you, hey, she won the gold. So a little bit of that void that she had that JC Jane was filling, that title is now filling. So there could be a lot of layers to it, or it could just be them just being wishy-washy. Who knows? I think there's more to it. I think this is part of her character. And I think, obviously, we're either leading to them being women's tag team champions or JC Jane and her going to war.
Gotta wait and see.
We do have to wait and see. But I think there's going to be a while before that happens. Very interested to see what Tony D is going to be doing here. These ladies were also all over the screen.
I didn't understand Alba Fire. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. I'm really being honest. She's really rough on the mic. She's rough.
Well, Isla Dawn is much better on the mic.
I don't have a problem with her, but Alba Fire tonight, no. Especially,
but presentation-wise, they were both on point, though. Presentation-wise was perfect. What we're doing here with Metaphor will continue, and like I said, the story will be continued throughout the night. So we'll get to that. Tozawa making his presence known, scaring. They're just trying to scare Metaphor. That's not very nice. Now we get into the squash of the night. Braun Breaker versus Mr. Stone. And this, of course, we all knew how this would end. Mr. Stone put up a valiant effort, getting his shirt ripped, getting launched across the ring, getting speared, probably breaking a rib, and, of course, getting pinned. But then Braun Breaker would not end it there. He tried to take out Robert Stone. And this would lead to Von Wagner, who, Von, if you were in the back, what the hell took you so long to come out? He should have been out there before he even got speared, if you were in the building.
Yeah, agreed. I just, for me, Savage, I don't know if you're done with your take, but
yeah, you can go.
For me, Savage, I have a problem with this right here. I think it was the wrong call, Savage. I think number one, I think the best actor goes to Robert Stone because he's been fantastic throughout this whole program with Braun. The worst actor goes to Von Wagner, and that right there was part of it because once he did that, he started going into a dizzy phase. And I'm gonna be honest, Savage, it's unbelievable to me. Everything he's done, I don't know if it's the facials or he's just trying too hard. It's just unbelievable to me. And the crowd reaction when he came wasn't really strong. And I think doing this when you're trying to fix your band-aid when you're coming in and out of the ring doesn't help you either. And it's just really sad, Savage. This guy's been booked since Kyle O'Reilly, for God's sake.
They got him booked like Frankenstein or something.
They just can't figure out how to get this guy with the crowd, with the reaction. I'm telling you, that's the biggest problem, and I don't know.
Might take some time, and might take some rebranding.
It's too much time, Savage.
I don't know.
Kyle O'Reilly is in AEW. Look how much time that is. That's almost 3 years. That's way too much time. I do
know that Braun Breaker wanted nothing to do with Von Wagner. He got the hell out of there.
I mean, if this guy's not ready for the main roster, I don't know what the hell's going on. But
we had a little video package putting over the new NXT Women's Champion, Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch. This was a nice story, nice video package. I'll leave it at that. We'll wait till next week to really get into Lyra because she'll be back next week on NXT to, probably defend her title. I'm assuming she's going to be a very fighting champion. We got a promo from these guys, and Jay, I'll give it to you. The floor is yours.
This was great. If you want to talk about a repackage, this is it right here. Say goodbye to the high-flying Reggie. Say goodbye to that mask-wearing loser Scripps. The Scripps we're seeing right here, Savage, is believable because he actually cut a believable shoot promo. Yes, he was in a former gang called the Crips. Yes, he experienced the loss of his uncle or his dad, excuse me for not getting it correctly. But he did experience that loss. He talked about it in documentaries. It's been covered. So yes, this was great. I think this was the perfect match made in heaven. Nima, Price, Scripps, and Scripps, since he's a former gang member, Savage, it makes Nima and Price believable and gets street credibility to their whole gimmick, and it works, Savage. I mean, we haven't seen this street credibility since Crime Time. So this works. I think this pairing is great. Now, can Scripps, Nima, and Price continue, or will they falter?
I think it's going to matter on their performance in the ring.
Best promo Scripps to date, period.
Yeah, that was his best promo to date. I'll give you that. We get into the Women's Tag Team Championship match here. Chelsea Green, Piper Niven taking on Thea Hale and JC Jane. And this match was underwhelming. Now, they did look good. I'll give them that. And I love Thea Hale, but I was hoping they would win, and shake things up dramatically. That was not the case. They did not win. They didn't take advantage of turning Chase U into a super faction for whatever reason, because they're telling other stories. I don't know. I love JC Jane. I love Thea Hale. I love Chelsea Green. Piper Niven's very good as well. They're all good workers. But is this the best way to tell this story right now? I would have let them get the titles and then maybe lose it next week or something even.
First of all, I'm not going to back out to my statement when I said there's no basically storylines in WWE Women's roster. That's what I'm seeing again tonight presented to me, and having Chelsea Green be part of that, how exciting that is. This didn't really do nothing, Savage, but I will say this. Thea Hale, JC Jane, they outshine Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Piper Niven is too slow, Savage. You can't expect this girl to run full speed and hit a cannonball in the corner. You can't. And JC Jane and when Chelsea Green, when they did the drop kick, Savage, guess what? Green's was lower. James was perfect.
Yeah. No, that's what I said. I mean, I love Thea Hale and JC Jane. They're great. Chelsea Green's really good too.
When you put JC Jane in tag team matches with tag team partners, she delivers. When you have her as singers, she falters.
We're going to have to see what's going to happen with that storyline. We have these girls playing more games again. I mean, they're really putting these girls over to the moon. It's obvious to me that they're putting the straps back on them.
I got a question, Savage. Now, we saw Tiffany Stratton earlier. I noticed she had that tattoo. Was she supposed to be the Tiffany as we're seeing here?
No, that's from Chucky.
No, I'm saying was Tiffany Stratton supposed to be Chucky as well because she had
maybe. Chucky. Yeah, probably. Maybe she didn't. Obviously,
because if that was the case, I would have said why Tiffany Stratton didn't have a leather jacket. She should have had a jacket too.
Maybe they told her to take it off last minute, or who knows? I don't know. That could have just been her just being dressed up. I don't know, but I know they're making these girls one of the main vocal points of NXT moving forward. That's a fact. We get another Lexis King promo. I felt like he was kind of macking it to this interviewer at at the end as well. What did you think about his little vignette over here, his little promo?
Savage, I've become more interested. I think Tony Khan should be kicking himself and realizing what he could have done with Lexis King. I mean, they're doing everything money, Savage. I'm really interested to see what he mean when I did something. I'm really curious at that, but it's working. And you know what? This worked for me too. I'm interested. I want to see what's next.
Do you think he's going to go after the NXT World Championship right away, or
no, Savage, not anytime soon? But I will tell you this, Savage, if Wesley does retain his North American belt, this would be a perfect opponent to go and dance with.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. Lexis King has been impressive so far, but I want to see more wrestling. I want to see another match. Now let's get into the breakout tournament. Finally, we have the main event. Kelani Jordan taking on Lola Vice, and I predicted Lola Vice would win a while ago, and she did win. She came out big. She came out looking like a star. I was really impressed with Jordan too, man. She was doing some moves that were very unique. She had this one like reverse Insaguri kind of like roundhouse kick that
she
actually looked good on camera.
He did like a flip DDT at one point.
Yeah.
Back up. So that was impressive too.
She made a good argument for being in this tournament.
Yeah, and I think we all have Vice, but I think now we know why. I think Jordan does have potential, Savage. I will say this: if Sol Ruka was not injured, she would be it. But this girl could just basically take her spot in a heartbeat, and I think she really is showing us.
I think we're going to see a lot more of Kelani Jordan. I'll go on to say that I think Kelani Jordan's going to make more money in this business than Lola Vice.
Well, listen, they were both rough. They were both rough tonight, but they both improved in many ways, and I think Kelani Jordan is kind of improving a little bit here and there. And I think it was the right call.
She's good, bro.
The Vice, that I didn't like. I didn't think that was money tonight. But
it was a knockout kick, but she wins the tournament. She's got a championship contract now. So Lola Vice going to be challenging for that NXT Women's Championship soon.
I say tag team.
Tag team with, maybe.
Yeah, why not?
With Elektra Lopez? Okay. It's a possibility. Now, this was the best part of the whole Metaphor storyline. We get to the part with Noam Dar. He finally finds the title. This was just like fun entertainment kind of stuff. It was a little cliche Hollywood Halloween kind of nonsense. And then, of course, you get Tozawa in there, which gives it the 24/7 vibes. Basically, Tozawa tells him that, if you don't give me a match for that Heritage Cup, then I'm going to unleash all these like monsters on you. Poor Noam Dar has to submit, and now we have a match next week for the Heritage Cup. What the hell is going on here, Jay? What is this? Is this real?
This is what you love, and you just said you liked it.
I love Noam Dar, but what the hell is this?
Last year we got Chucky. This year I would have had
booking this shit.
This is horrible. This was
Deadline. Iron Survivor Challenge qualifying matches begin next week. I actually liked the Iron Survivor Challenge. It was a good concept. We get the shot of Von Wagner, who's demanding that he's going to have a match against Braun Breaker next week. My God.
Unbelievable.
My God. We see Ludwig making his way to the ring in the main event to defend his heavyweight championship against Carmelo Hayes, who comes out wearing a Justice for Trick shirt. Oh, Dragunov coming out. And yes, match of the night. These guys absolutely stole the show. They were obliterating each other. Death Valley Driver on the ringside apron. Hammering shot after hammering shot after hammering shot, and intensity out the yin-yang. Trick Williams comes out, causes the distraction. And this, of course, lets Dragunov do his thing. Superplex off the top rope. Another hammering blow for the finish. Retains his title. I mean, just look at these shots, man. And at the very end of the night, we'll get into it, but Corbin started beating the hell out of poor Dragunov in the back, too. Jay, main event. Was that the match of the night?
Yes, it was Savage. It was everything we could expected. But I always loved the first match out of the three that they had. But this was great. You know what I wish AEW does, and I hope they take some notes on this. When Ilya was going to go and do the H bomb on the table, Vic Joseph says the perfect line. It's up to the referee's discretion. Something that AEW didn't do Saturday night when they had their world title match. And I think they need to start doing that. So it worked here. Everything was great. And I don't know if you want to cut into the post match after that when
Yeah, you go right
it
to
came out.
came
But
out.
I personally think Savage, and I know I don't really care about Corbin, but going to Trick, picking up Hayes, I truly think now, Savage, that Hayes did not attack Trick Williams. I think it's a misdirect, and I think we're getting played lovely. I'm gonna state that right now. I
It's
don't
a
think
possibility,
Carmelo.
unless they're doing a heel turn for Carmelo,
No,
like down the road.
this you don't pick him up like that, Savage. He was just afraid to get hit because he didn't know if he knew who it was, and he was going to hit anybody in that match.
Either way, it was a great way to end the show.
Correct.
It adds another layer to the story. It
It
continues the
does.
story very well. And then at the same time, you create a whole new story with Corbin attacking Dragunov in the back. That's going to be a great match. I think Dragunov will retain. It will be a great match. And it will be nice to see Dragunov kick out of End of Days.
It's hard because Corbin's style is not like that, Savage. It's pretty hard to have a great match.
I'm very excited about tomorrow's show, Jay, because I got to talk about this Kenny Omega MJF match, but we'll do that tomorrow night when we cover AEW Weekly Update. I hope you like that match. I'm sure you have something to say about it. But if you haven't,
I said some things.
if you haven't yet, go back and find the footage of MJF and Kenny Omega talking after the match that the fans captured. Awesome footage.
I gotta catch that.
Yeah, they cut.
They were talking for a minute.
They were talking for a minute. You might want to watch that. We'll be back tomorrow night on Wrestling with Savage. Before I leave you, real quick, we hit a milestone recently. We got 1 million views on YouTube. We're headed to 2 million. Since I hit that million, we're already at like 1,200,000 now.
It's awesome. Thank everybody for the support.
Train's coming out. Instagram's been blowing up lately. Everything's blowing up lately. It's been a busy year here at Wrestling with Savage, and here's a little look at the past year.
Bringing you the best professional wrestling in the world today.
You smell nice.
All right. Now, what do we see out there tonight, man? You took down. What do you have to say to Matt Cardona?
Represent the murder that killed him.
I heard rumors that Andre the Giant himself was afraid of you. The Savage Kingdom trying to kill the business. And when the time comes, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, 2024, 2025, it won't matter. Shut the hell up, Tony. I told you I'm sick of it. Stay down if you know what's good for you. That's wrestling. Thank you. Thank you. Wrestling with Savage, right around the corner.
Little quick look at the last year. I can't even imagine what the next year is going to look like. And we're not even done. I still got 2 months left in the year.
Still got a lot more content to me.
Man, god damn it. It's going to be wild ride.
Anyway,
we'll be back tomorrow night on Wrestling with Savage. Everybody have a good night. Jay, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow night. Later.
Later, brother. Later, everyone.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, present you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Slade, not only the present, but the future of professional wrestling. under my guidance. This man doesn't even need it, but with it, he's gonna win more gold that's ever been recorded in human history, starting with the battlefield. And we're coming for all the gold. We're gonna take from everyone because this man's arsenal is unlike anything you've ever seen. He will hit you with moves that you've never seen. He will make you tap out and scream and cry for your mother like a little girl. Spencer Slade, the future of professional wrestling.
Harder! Harder! I'm the man! I'm the man! I'm the man!
Don't worry about Tyreek Hill, he's a jungle cat. What about those two mamacitas that was at Marquee the other night? It was tremendous. Their butts were so big. It was right in my face too. Look at your face too. I think
Sean, I gotta get the scoop. I gotta find out what happened between you and Alpha. You guys were family. How could you do this to him? The fans need an answer, Sean. You gotta tell us
Greek,
something.
why don't you shut your mouth 1 second before I shove those glasses up your nose, because this is right here the most dangerous athlete on the Battlefield professional wrestling roster, and he can kick your head off if he wanted to. You know that, right? So why are you talking to him like that? Why are you rolling up on him like he needs to answer your questions? He doesn't need to do that. This is a former Cruiserweight Classic competitor, and he's the #2 ranked professional wrestler on this roster. I know, KC, piece of crap. We'll handle that real quick. But at the end of the day, we have primetime heat tonight. We're not worried about Aqua Jr. We're not worried about any of that nonsensical crap. Because tonight, we're going to prove that championship material is without a shadow of a doubt the best faction here in Battlefield.
Excuse me, please, can I just have, it's an honor. I know we have a match next Friday.
What?
Red Line, Battlefield Pro Wrestling. It's truly an honor, one of the biggest matches of my career. I'm just want to thank you, and good luck on Friday.
Yo, what the hell are you even doing here?
Oh, man! I was trying to warn you, man! Oh!
Be smoking that type of meth.
Oh.
What's going on here? Whoa! You guys swear that you run everything in here. Championship material, right? As far as I'm concerned, this means we run everything in here. And if you want to make a move, go ahead. Go ahead. Do something.
Do something.
Do something.
Get you a sports bar.
Hold on, guys. Big man. Hold on.
Baba.
Guys.
You're ready for
Hey.
Since you like to break up stuff.
I believe we're not on payroll right now. I think you guys would agree there's no time to do this for free. You're going to get paid in the ring later. So will my guys. We can handle our business in the ring, all right?
We'll handle it out there, that's fair. Keep it stepping.
Fair enough?
Keep it stepping.
Why don't you step out?
Keep it stepping.
Down! Change the underwears. Look like you pissed yourself.
That guy.
RJ, not for free.
Not for
We
free.
got this, Sean.
Not for free.
We got free.
For all the dogs tonight.
Okay.
See the shit you started, Savage?
Just trying to find out for the fans. The fans need to know, Sean. The fans want to know why you betrayed Alpha.
We'll handle him
See
tonight.
your ass in the ring.
Here at the battlefield tonight, fade to black.
Piss off!